Hello and welcome back to a new video on my channel. In this video I would like to photograph the California Nebula. I've captured this object a few years ago, but unfortunately my image was not that good because my camera was not astro-modified. Tonight I'm planning to capture this object once again with new equipment, and I really hope that I can capture my best image of this object tonight. So join me for a new night of astrophotography from my backyard. So as I have already mentioned, tonight I would like to capture the California Nebula. I've captured this object a few years ago, but the camera unfortunately was not astro-modified. When planning to capture the California Nebula with a DSLR camera, it's very important that you're using an astro-modified DSLR camera because there's a lot of H-alpha, and so it's very important that you're using an astro-modified DSLR camera or dedicated astrophotography camera. For tonight's astrophotography session, I do have different equipment. So tonight I would like to use a new camera for astrophotography, which is the Canon EOS 60A. So it's an astro-modified DSLR camera. But before introducing the equipment to you, I would like to mention that this video is not sponsored and not being paid for it. And all products shown in this video were purchased by myself. But now I would like to introduce the equipment that we'll be using for tonight's astrophotography session. So the mount I would like to use is the HDQ5 Pro Go-To mount. On top I've attached my telescope, which will be the Skywatcher 150-750 PDS Newtonian telescope. On top I've attached my guiding system, so tonight I would like to use a longer exposure time, so something between 3 and 5 minutes, so therefore it's very important to have round stars in our image. Therefore I've attached my guiding system to this telescope, so for tonight's astrophotography session I'm planning to use a 60mm guide scope, and at the back of the guide scope I've attached my guiding camera, which will be the CWO ASI 120mm mini mono guiding cam. So at the back of the telescope I've attached the CWO ASI Air Pro. So this astrocomputer allows me to control the mount, the camera and the guiding system. So very helpful for tonight's astrophotography session. In order to have perfect stars in our image later on, I've attached a chroma corrector to my camera. So at the front I've attached a chroma corrector, and the camera I would like to use for tonight is the Canon EOS 60A. So it's a full frame camera. Something that is very important to mention is that this telescope is unfortunately not suitable for full frame cameras. Therefore I have to crop the image later on in order to only use the area of the image where the stars are the best. So this is actually the entire deep sky astrophotography setup. The next few days there will be no clouds, so I would like to capture this object for the next few nights. So really hope that I can achieve a lot of exposure time. So the plan is to capture at least 8 hours of total exposure time, which should be enough in order to capture an amazing image of the California Nebula. So this is the plan. So now we have to wait until it's dark enough, and then I'm planning to focus the telescope, and then I'm planning to move the telescope towards the object. So wish me luck, and we'll see us later. I was able to photograph the California Nebula over the course of 4 nights. During these 4 nights, I was able to achieve a total exposure time of 9 hours. In these 4 nights, I captured this image of the California Nebula. This image consists of almost 400 single images, each with an exposure time of 3 minutes. This results in a total exposure time of 9 hours. This is definitely the best image I've ever taken of this object so far. At first, I wasn't sure if I would be able to show any results at all. When I took a closer look at the stacked image, I quickly noticed that this telescope is not suitable for full-frame cameras. But I already knew that before buying the camera. However, I managed to process the stacked image in such a way that I can now present my best image of the California Nebula, as well as the first picture taken with my new Canon EOS 60A. If this video was interesting and helpful to you, I would really appreciate a like and a subscription. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching, and until next time, clear skies, Felix.